In 1994, there's a look at Progressive Field here in Cleveland. Ought to be a good one here between the Minnesota Twins and the Cleveland Indians. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Bob Feller is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Cleveland. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, when you talk about this starting pitcher, pretty basic. He's got the fastball, the change, curveball, the slider. He'll keep you on your toes.
Rod Carew strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Tonight for Minnesota, second baseman, Rod Carew.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. Smoked on the ground left side. Boudreaux on the grass, and a heck of an effort that time, but the throw's too late, and that'll certainly be scored an infield single to lead off the inning.
And you know, any way you can get on base, you just take it. Here he just puts the ball in play. Doesn't hit it all that hard, but he's able to leg it out at first base, and he's on to start this ball game.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Into the seats, 0-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Oh, and it's tailor-made to short. 6-3, and they turn the double play. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, they've got to be happy with the performance they're getting from that 8-hole right now. He works hard at his craft, and he really knows what works for him at the plate.
Kirby Puckett will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
And he misses again, 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at two close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. Strike three called, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here for the Twins. Twins 0. Indians coming up. You're tuned to Major League Baseball on the show. Walter Johnson gets the ball for the Twins in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Remember, Matty, he's just basically your three-pitch pitcher. Not going to overwhelm you with a bunch of different pitches, but still good enough stuff to give you problems.
Chris Speaker comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Chris Speaker.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Hot shot on the ground to short. Smiley comes up with it. Throws in time, and that's out number one. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, definitely be aggressive at the plate. You've got to come through with clutch two-out hits, and don't leave runners in scoring position. That's the key.
Number one stands in. Here's the first pitch to him. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Puckett on the move. And that's the second out of the inning. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, the center fielder in this one, as good as anybody out there in the field. Has a lot of speed, can cover a lot of ground, and most importantly, he's very reliable.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Puckett giving chase. And that retires the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. After one, no score. Harmon Killebrew makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this defense is really anchored up the middle, and most specifically, the guy over at second base. He turns the double play as well as anybody in the game, has a lot of range, and really takes away a lot of hits from the other team.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are two away.
Yeah, make it 3 straight strikeouts for him now. But what's impressive is that these aren't just any hitters up there. These are the 3, 4, and 5 guys in the lineup. And he went through them like they weren't even there.
Into the windup and the pitch. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And it will end the inning thanks to a little help from his first baseman, and that'll be that. Down go the Twins in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Tomei strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Baseman, Jim Tomei.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Batting fifth.
Well, this ball's hit pretty well, but this is a nice play out there to play the carom off the wall and then get the ball in quickly, and that's going to hold his man to just a single. That's a nice play.
Into the box now, Victor Martinez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch is a curveball that's inside, 1-0. Line hard toward right center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Well, that's one thing about having a switch hitting catcher in the lineup. This guy causes so many matchup problems. Comes through with a solid single here.
Number 6 steps in now. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed thing.
Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Grounded to the right. One there, but they will not have a shot at 2. He's safe at first, and that will plate our opening marker of the ball game.
Yeah, really no shot at 2 on a high chopper like that one. They do wind up getting the force at second, but that runner from third is able to just waltz in and score.
Lou Boudreau steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First offering on its way. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
And, a little slippery back there as Mauer lets this ball get away from him. And you can forget about the double play now as the runner moves up to second base.
It looked like a 2-strike curveball there. Behind the plate, you see him turn that glove over, go soft, try and make himself as large as he can, but this one manages to skip away, and it'll be a wild pitch.
Puckett is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. And he is in there.
Yeah, this ball's hit high enough that he can go back and tag at second base. So that's a good job of moving up the extra 90 feet now with 2 outs.
Joe Sewell gets his first shot now, trying to cash in with a runner at third and 2 gone.
Yeah, and all he needs to do here is find a hole anywhere.
And that's through into center field, base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Kenny Lofton steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
And he lays off there 1-0. Boy, and after that good first inning, not the same here in the second.
He's kind of looking a little shell-shocked out there. Like even he can't figure out what's going on.
That's by him for strike 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Still 2-2. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
1-2.
And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
And I can tell you, from facing guys like this my whole career, you may think you're getting a curveball, but when a guy's throwing in the high 90s, it's darn near impossible to sit on one.
So here's Joe Mauer. As with 1 away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
And I can tell you, from facing guys like this my whole career, you may think you're getting a curveball, but when a guy's throwing in the high 90s, it's darn near impossible to sit on one.
Roy Smiley will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. That's lifted the other way out to left. Lofton sprinting after it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. Tris Speaker digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one. That's popped up out towards short right field. Carew is camped under this one. One down.
Now batting, number 1.
Number 1 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch. Shot towards second. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Around first, heading for second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
And if you're going to work away with a two-seam fastball, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. Here, as you can see, he starts it on the corner. So you know what's going to happen. It's going to leak right back out over the heart of the plate. And that's a mistaken location, pure and simple.
Belted high and deep into right center. Puckett going back on it, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. As the Indians continue to pull away, it's now 4-0.
This is just your classic fastball up over the heart of the plate. I don't even have to do a whole lot of analysis on this one. You put that pitch there to this guy, he's going to take it over the wall. Simple as that.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Jim Tomei. As he swings here and sends a chopper out toward the hole. Carew is up with it on to first, and there are 2 down.
Catcher, Victor Martinez.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the switch-hitting catcher, Victor Martinez. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Puckett is in pursuit, and the inning is over.